All right, we are playing with Warlord. And yeah, if you want to do Demon, basically start of the map, get a little pointer out, and just basically try to go across the map, collecting energy and waiting for these bastards to pop up. Something important to know about Demon 2 is survivors. Which survivors are you going against? In this case, I have both the Evil Dead Ashes from 1 and 2. So the first one, he's kind of a passive healer with his heavy attacks. I think he's a support. Oh, he's a support too. So I think when he drinks Shemps, like everyone gets a little boost. Don't quote me on that. Then the other one's Evil Dead 2 Ash, which is a complete menace for demons because he can just spam. He can just kick you right out of any possession. Then we have Scotty, or the Scottman, whatever his name is, and he is he's somebody you kind of don't want to focus on at first because he's a warrior, and warriors can basically hold their own against a demon. So you kind of want to chip away at their support first. Speaking of support, then you have Lord Arthur. Now, Lord Arthur in this game, I'll just tell it now, he makes a lot of mistakes thinking that he is a warrior. Lord Arthur is good, don't get me wrong, but he's good when he's with a warrior or when he's surrounded by his team. That's when he really shines because he buffs everyone's melee attacks and fucks shit up. But by himself, he is actually a pretty vulnerable target. And a lot of games I have I have won just by taking him down, just going directly after him. So if you like playing as Lord Arthur, don't think you are a one-man army. So here they are. So now that I found them, I'm going to upgrade my traps because I don't have anything to spawn in immediately. So I'm just going to trap him and basically let the traps do the talking. So for the survivors, they should be able to hear me. Like, you hear like a gurgling sound when you're surviving the demons nearby. But now they definitely know I'm in the area. Traps, when you scare them, stuff like that. Yeah, demons around, so if they're communicating, which they're all in different things, so probably not. They would be like, hey, the demon's here. We need to get fucking moving before it keeps harassing us, which is what I intend to do. So starting out, I've actually decided to the best course of action is to start out with traps and basic units. And I try to maximize basic units as quickly as possible because when you get basic units maximized, it spawns a lot of them. And once you can spawn a lot of them in, that's when you can start really distracting the team. And that's when you can kind of like beat the shit out of somebody without the rest of them really knowing. So, yeah, another thing with cars is they're actually pretty strong for survivors. And for demon, if you possess a car, it takes a shit ton of energy away from you. So most of the time it's not worth it. But if you can like successfully crash it or just break it down, and they have to go on foot, that's when it's not so bad. So like anything, when you're fighting 4 people and you're one person, the main thing is awareness. So I could kind of fuck with this guy, but I would rather attack these 3, especially since that's Evil Dead 2 Ash, and if I possess a unit and go after him, he can just stop that immediately. So I don't know if you can see, but I used Henrietta's passive ability, the Warlord's passive ability, which you can see the red ring around me. Basically, that makes him more resistant to damage and do more damage, stuff like that. It didn't do too much there because I only spawned like what two units, but that's what I'm saying with elite. Once you, or not elite, basic units. Once you get that maxed out and you get a shit ton of them around them, and then use that ring, it can be pretty powerful. And if you suck with a demon dash, like I kind of do, When they're in the middle of like a locked animation, that's a great time to do it. Then they can't do shit about it. I'd rather possess Scotty, but that's what I do.
My senses are once more my own.
So I'm not doing anything crazy to them. As you can see, both the Ashes have full health, but the other two, their health is starting to get chipped away. And really, the beginning seems like you basically chipping away at their resources. Like once they start getting low on Shems, once they start getting low on amulets, that's when they'll really start to break down. And thank God they don't have a Cheryl. If there is a Cheryl, usually it's wise to just target her. Alright, so I got my ring going again, but I'm only one person, so it's not super powerful, but it's something. So yeah, Lord Arthur, he actually, despite like him being good with a sword, he actually kind of excels with a ranged weapon. If they're like targeting him or like trying to fuck with him, it's good to like try to keep distance as Lord Arthur and shoot. He is he's pretty good with a weapon actually. But if Lord Arthur goes all slashy and then the demon just targets him and his friends aren't really helping him, he can go down pretty quickly that way. So I see the maps in here and I want to trap up this place. So Lord Arthur, his damage is down, so I'm just going to keep whittling on him. So he's at an alarmingly low rate of health. They got the map, but I'm not too concerned. I've been harassing the shit out of them. And once you get to the dagger and the page, you can fill up your energy that way. So that's a good time to just kind of throw everything at them. Actually didn't mean to hit possession there, but oops. So something you can do with cars, which I'm going to try to do here, which you just fucked off, is you can like hit the car and that'll do damage to them. So they like have to, if they're stationary and you're hitting their car, it will do damage to them. So they either have to drive or they have to get out and like face you. So for being the warrior, he's kind of getting fucked up. My goal right now is they're all kind of going cross country. I'm struggling for resources here when it comes to the energy. But basically, I'm trying to harass them as much as possible and make them not feel safe to loot and look for healing items and all that good stuff. Now again, Lord Arthur is by himself. Why is he by himself? I don't know. Because he gets scared pretty easily. He's like, I know leaders are supposed to be, well, the leaders really feel more like support to me. Support in like an offense kind of way. Whereas the support team, the actual ones like Cheryl, Evil Dead 1, Ash, Pablo, they seem to be more defense support. And then, let's see. And then the hunters, I've noticed, are really good with range. So if they have a gun, they can fuck you up pretty quick with it. And the warriors are melee tanks. And if you spawn in, you typically want to avoid the warriors, which is Scotty, that one guy, I forget his name, but he's in the first Evil Dead, and Army of Darkness Ash. Basically try to avoid warriors until the end. Alright, so they're going to collect resources here, and I'm going to make them pay for it. Now I'm using my little ability. Got a good little jump in there. So now, the great thing about those isn't necessarily like scaring for possession. It gives you a bunch of energy. This thing I try to do to make use of the Warlord's units is the puke. If you puke on them, yeah, there's Evil Dead 2 Ash doing what he does best. He just cucked me out of a possession. But yeah, if you puke on them, they can't really move or dodge for a little bit, so it's good for keeping them stationary and basically just going in swinging. They can't really like leap around like bunnies like they normally do. So yeah, I have elite and I have access to boss too, but nope, more basic. And there's Lord Arthur again. Just go tally ho, going forward all alone.
Such a loudmouth braggart.
Probably jumped the gun a little bit there, but he seems pretty cocksure of himself. I'm still getting used to the puke arc, by the way. As you can see, that didn't hit until the very end. So there's Arthur's ability. He's getting his sword ready, and then there we go. Keep spamming these guys. And jump right back in one and just keep targeting Arthur. Hopefully I can whittle his ass down, but now his buddies are here, it's going to be a little bit harder. If I'm stun locked like that and I'm not like a high level fighter, then just depossess because it saves his energy. Go in and just start swinging. Try to get some heavy attacks because when they're all in a room like this, there's not much room for them to get around, so I'm trying to spam them with heavy. So he's a bigger guy, so I'll wait for the stun lock to go away and then try to get another hit. I don't think it worked though. So start in, puke. Now Scotty can't really move, so he's kind of committing to just fighting, which is fine with me. Come back for his ass. So yeah, the Evil Dead 2 Ashy's doing good because he is a hunter and he's doing his hunting. Scare Arthur. Alright, so with Warlord, I pop in elites, I pop in basic, and then I pop in Warlord because the worst thing you can do with a boss is just spawn as a boss. If they have nothing else to deal with, they're not distracted, then the boss will get fucked up really quickly. That's one of Arthur's strengths. That's one thing he can do really well. That Ash is smart too. He's just right out there, but he's getting shots in on me. Clever. Very clever. Get another heavy. Get another heavy. Don't give him a second. Just keep hitting. Ah, he just got him up, and then Ash cucks me out of possession. Come on. Something annoying I find about this game is sometimes the option to like set traps and shit doesn't do anything until you like back up and then approach it again. Same with survivors, like if there's an item on the ground, sometimes you can't pick it up, so you have to like back up, go back to it so the little icon appears where you can pick it up, and then it reappears. Just one of those things. Newer game, you know. And yeah, even though I got kicked out of the area, find where they are and just keep harassing them, keep the fucking pressure on. I'm starting to enjoy the trees too because they seem to induce a lot of fear and do a little good amount of damage. So they're waiting for this guy over here. And I try to do something here, but he has another door. So, just missed him. Now I gotta watch them drive for a while. So I'm collecting some energy here. I don't know why they stop here, but I have quite a bit of energy. I might actually take advantage of their car. I don't know why they got out. And scare Arthur just for points, really. And then Ash just cucks me again. So now they're on foot, which gives me ample opportunity to just keep fucking with them. If I can find any goddamn orbs, oh my god. Sometimes they're like such a bitch to find. There's one hidden behind a little mountain there. So they're using a little fire there to keep themselves scared. Yeah, the fear the tree brings out seems to be really good. Well, while they're all doing that, Lord Arthur is tally ho. He's really taking that leadership position seriously. Yeah, so there's a chest in there, but I need some energy. So focus on the chest first. I figure I can get energy, and then while they're getting the chest, just kind of lock them in here. Get some heavies on him. There's Evil Dead 1 Ash doing his fear reduction thingamajig. Alright, throw them all in, and it's Warlord time. Another thing I was doing with bosses is probably not a good idea, is just like spawn in and then immediately grab someone, which I like to guarantee a hit that way, but at the same time, it makes me a sitting duck for them, just fuck me up. Switch it up, go for whoever is fooled on to be close. So yeah, when they're all together, this team is actually really effective for brute force. But that's Henrietta's bag too, so. Still waiting on those guys to spawn, so set some traps. That was a good spray. Just basically lock him in while I have my other guys in the background. That was a bad time for Ash to do that. It got me quite a few good swings on him. You know, if you looked at their health right there, what I was saying earlier about Ash, Evil Dead support Ash, if he drinks a Shemps, yeah, that seems to heal them all up. Because they all just kind of like bumped up their health, so good timing. Bastards. Keep the harassment train going. Despite this guy being the warrior, he seems to be getting fucked up pretty quickly. It's really the Evil Dead 1 Ash that seems to be a bitch. Bump up boss. And fuck it, I don't really need demon vision. Um, and the other one, the passive like healthing or the passive energy, I've maxed it out before like up front, but it really doesn't seem that useful. So at this point, just possession, because once you possess somebody, they get they take more damage that way. So what I was saying about situational awareness, which kind of could have fucked me if I wasn't aware right now, is you notice these two goobers are here. You notice the Scotsman is kind of nearby. But where's Lord Arthur? So as I'm fucking with these guys, and I'm kind of looking at the screen there, and I realize Arthur is heading straight to the hooded demon dudes, and he could potentially just destroy himself while they're catching up. So since he's alone, I figure this would be a good opportunity to target him. So yeah, if you're trying to play Survivor well, and there's a demon that's aware of what's going on, don't do this shit. This is basically how you fuck your team over. Tally ho, Lord Arthur. Tally ho. Spawn in some Warlord. Since there's no one around now, I'll fucking grab him and just start whittling him down. And he got a Shemson. So the animation she does for grabbing, I guess it takes just slightly less than whatever his kill animation is. So I was trying to grab him there, but he was locked in animation, basically invulnerable. There we go. And they're not really close, so as much as it pains me, I'm gonna ditch my my Warlord for now. Try to set a trap over him, but I don't have enough points. Such is life. So now these guys are close, and something a lot of survivors seem to fuck up, which gave me like, it basically hands me victories, is once you complete the dagger in the page, the level will start closing in. You'll see soon there's a dark wall that just keeps coming, and if you stay in it, it'll just kill you. So you really can't dilly-dally for too long as Survivor at this point. You kind of need to head over to the dark ones. Mwah, beautiful. Triple threat. Get some close quarter heavies in, and Evil Dead 2 Ash just cucks me. Such is life. So yeah, there's the dark wall coming in, as you can see right there. And a lot of survivors just don't seem to acknowledge it or don't realize it's a mechanic in this game. So these two guys actually, I think they got greedy seeing that chest there, and they just stood in there, and now they're both paying for it. So he's gonna try to save Lord Arthur here, but I want to stop that. But there's not enough energy. You know, sometimes you just gotta go around and try to collect the fucking energy, and they can do shit in your face because of that. RNG, you know. Trying to look for energy. It's frustrating you can't knock those down, but I guess for Survivor it makes sense so you don't just like fall randomly. Oh, Lord Arthur and Evil Dead 2 Ash are still up. Those other two guys fucking up though and staying behind for the chest, they really just it's pretty much a game over at this point. Just a matter of when. Tried to spray him, but Again, I guess I wasn't in a close enough range. Keep spamming people. And here comes Warlord. And it's really annoying when you get caught on stupid shit like that. Anyways, he's ready for me. He knows I'm there, and he's like embracing. So I'm gonna try to go for Arthur. Again, my grab animation is slightly shorter than his kill animation, so it screws me over. And he was ready for melee, but he actually dodged that pretty well. Body slam. So while I'm giving him Graham's kisses, you can see Evil Dead 2 Ash to the right of me just flanking me. And then yeah, her fart gas actually seems to be really good for mobility, just getting around quickly. Get some more points in. I don't know why I spawned them so far away. Probably not a great idea in hindsight. Also in hindsight, Arthur's really low and I maxed out my possession. If I possessed him, that would probably be an insta down once he gets locked out or knocked out of it. So something else I didn't really think of in the moment. This guy seems to shit amulets. All right, now he's down, so just one more. Again, that puke range seems like 8 meters tops. I guess I was thinking of like the Boomer in Left 4 Dead or something. That was like my expectation of the range. So he just cucks me out of it again. And I guess it doesn't give me the passive energy anymore. And that's game. Big takeaway from this though is if you're Survivor and once you get to the dark ones, fucking haul ass. Like don't wait around for too long because that's how you can get fucked up. Especially if a demon possesses you and runs you into that shit. Anyways, that was a game with Gushing Granny. Hope you enjoyed and take care.